Hi Ankit, how are you, mate?
Hi, Karan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Karan, as well. And happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you. How are you, mate? How is it going on? Like overall, you have been, I think you have joined your company from last, I think 7, 8 weeks now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Awesome,
It's been
awesome.
good. It's been good. It's like I've been learning a lot of things, which was my priority number one. And it's good to see, like, I just wanted to experience what corporate culture is like.
Okay.
And I've been enjoying it
Nice,
so far,
nice, nice,
going
nice.
through the process. And yeah,
Just to recap, what is your current position? You work as a PPC executive?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I'm a PPC executive for now.
In a
Yeah.
digital marketing agency, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, correct, correct, correct. Because it's been a couple of weeks now since we have
Yeah,
interacted. That's why I'm
I
just
can imagine. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
That's completely fine.
we'll start from the very first question. Could you please briefly describe about your professional background?
So, previously I had like a very, I would say less than a year experience in PPC, which was a remote position. That was when I was back in India. But then, of
Yeah.
course, I wanted to go abroad, so I decided to come to the UK to do my master's, and I did my master's in marketing. And of course, like given my previous background and my degree, I was pursuing and trying to look for a role into marketing. So
Okay.
that's kind of how here I am again in
Okay. Okay.
as a PPC executive. So yeah,
Nice. Thank you.
that's yeah.
Just wanted to make sure, like, when you had previous experience, so you were working in an agency previously,
Yeah,
or
that was an agency.
okay, it
Yeah,
was a remote internship, something like that.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And my other question is like, what made you to choose this, with working with me as compared to other career coaching, other
Okay,
career
so
coaching companies?
I'll be very honest. I just so I think Instagram algorithm it knows that yeah, I'm looking for jobs and it tries to suggest me like all the career coaching profiles on it. But like I've been through like quite a lot of them, and like I was trying tips and tricks and CV formats from many different I would say career coaching programs, but then none of them were really like that successful, and they seem more like um, clips and reels made to gain likes and get as much traction as possible. Now I came across you as well, and it's just you seem someone who's relatable and just to be honest, seem the most genuine. So that's kind of how I just narrowed you down, and I was like, yeah, like what do I have to lose? Let's just
No,
give Karan a chance, and it worked out good.
no, thank you. I still remember our first conversation, and then we went have that email trail, and then we joined. I
Yeah,
still remember. Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you what aspects of career coaching were more helpful to you. Was it like our regular conversation? I know we had a couple of rejections as well. I do still
Yeah.
remember, and CV reviews, or it was interview prep.
Yeah, so like I would like you're genuine and I would be comfortable with you, and that's something you definitely achieved. Apart from that, um, coming on to the main bits, which is CV and interview, and I kind of needed help with both because yeah, I had like I knew what a basic CV should look like, but I didn't had no idea what an employer is looking for, and you have to give them what they want.
Yeah,
That's the only way you're gonna reach to a point where you get an interview. Now,
exactly,
of course, like I spent time with you, we tuned up the CV and making a CV which is not just university applicable, but you have to like tune it for each and every job you're applying to.
exactly.
So that's something that's something where you were instrumental in helping me with that. And also, getting up to an interview is one thing, but then cracking an interview is a whole different thing. So that's kind of where I needed help as well. So I think I was pretty like comfortable with the interviews, but then yeah, like having answers which, as I said earlier, your future employer wants to hear, and you
Okay.
have this whole, I would say, game plan for yeah what you can expect in an interview and how you should tackle that. So yeah, I think
Okay.
both equally with CV and interviews, both of them like you have to give 50-50 to both of them, and that's the only way I guess you can get into a role in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Makes sense. Also, as you know, as that I'm working in the digital marketing industry as well. That and do you think that that also impacted your decision to join me over other career coaches because I'm
Yeah,
in the
for
similar
sure.
industry?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Because I don't think like the expertise, if someone's been working in a field, I don't think someone who has no experience in that field, of course, will have no idea about what your future, like what they might ask in an interview, what kind of ideal answers you should give them. So, and also like the skills that you provide, like for example, I've seen like I'm not from SEO, but I know that you do courses on SEO. So of course, I think that's something only someone who has a background in a field of marketing can provide. So yeah, I think so
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank you. Just wanted to ask you one more thing. Like, what advice would you give to any other immigrant who's trying to get into specifically into paid media? How would they start, and what would be, if they are watching this video, they should get help from like, how would they start? Do you would you suggest them to do a course, or would you suggest them to learn from an agency back home? So, what would be your view?
Yeah. So I think for sure, like having a base, like you don't have to be like exceptionally good at it, but then having some basic amount of skills will definitely be beneficial to you, not only in your CV, but then mostly in an interview. And it's not just interview. When you join a company, they will expect you to have a certain amount of skill or certain amount of knowledge. So I think doing a course online, but then yeah, of course, if you have someone who's worked in a professional environment and they can guide you or give you some knowledge on how what you will actually be working on, how you will be doing it, it definitely helps. And I think apart from that, in general, what I can say is just if you have a problem, for example, if you're applying for jobs and you're not receiving anything back, there's for sure something which you're doing wrong, and just coming back to it and trying to figure out why. I think why is the answer. Like
Definitely.
just see why you're not getting interviews, or why, if you've gotten to a point where you are getting interviews but you're not being selected, why is
Exactly.
that happening? And I think that's somewhere you help me like throw some light on. So yeah, for sure, I think
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
something
totally, yeah, totally understandable. Because one thing that I will always mention, like even when I do the session with other people, even if things are not working, then we will have to change it. I am not
for
that
sure.
person who will say like this thing will 100%. We can try, right? We can always try and see if it is working or not. Then we can come up
Exactly.
with any other thing that we can implement if it's still not working. So it's
Yeah,
always you
100%.
have to test and try these things, and if it is working, then good. If it is not, then we'll
Mhm.
have to change something. So
Mm.
thank you. And also, just last question. So would you like if you want to recommend someone, any career coaching? So what would be your personal view? Do you like to have one-to-one personal coaching, or would you like to go with group coachings? Which one do you think, is beneficial for you from your point of view?
Oh no, I think definitely one to one. Like if you want more attention to you, I think one to one totally makes sense, because I think whether to group coaching, it's just a number of getting as many students as they want and just churn out as much money as they can. At least that's what I think personally. Maybe there might be some coaching programs where they do it in a group way and they do it well, but majority of them are not that. So I think one to one is for sure. Like I think it's just a bit more tailor made for you.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
exactly. I think there are pro and cons. Like one of the pros that I just got to know from my previous call, for example, if there are people that are in the similar industry, then it might make sense to
Mm,
have, for example, if I have got three students who are into paid media, then it might make sense to have all three. And
mm,
if one of them is sharing their learnings about their interview, but if somebody is from finance, somebody is from health, somebody is from digital,
mm.
somebody is from data analyst, and they are in a
Yeah,
group call, nobody is going to be interested in
yeah,
hearing what exactly was
yeah,
the interview.
yeah. And I think if you're like a coaching program, like you will probably have students from all backgrounds and fields.
Exactly,
It could be healthcare or it could be marketing.
exactly.
You never know. So I guess, yeah. But yeah, what you said makes sense as well.
Exactly. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, Ankit. And it was all. And thank you again. And I wish you all the best in your career. I'm sure you will definitely become a manager in next couple of years, few years, and
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Karen. It was great catching up.